one of the things that was funny, so we've communicated a lot, you and I, and one of the things that was funny in the process of preparing for this interview, I said, will you send me the original application that I sent to
Hmm.
Primed Mind? And you did. And I've got it printed out here. And so the first question is, what inspired you to reach out to us about mindset and performance coaching right now? And my answer was, I want to win the Bermuda Ball Bridge World Championship.
Hmm.
And then one of the other questions, how would you describe your current situation in your profession or business? And I said, static. I'm stuck in neutral. That's kind of still the case.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, yeah. But I mean, my bridge. I've come a
And
long way
so
in the time
you,
we've worked together.
you laugh when you say that you wanted to win the Bermuda Bowl.
Oh, I still
But
want to, believe me.
yeah. And so even if that is a long shot, an outside shot, we get to hold these visions, these views for what that potential can be. Even if down here where we're at feels a little bit muddy, a little bit static, like part of the human experience is that we can hold both. We can hold the realities of the confines that maybe we have, whether it's financial, whether it is intellectual, whether it's emotional, but we get to play and start to see, okay, well, how can we bring these two closer together? And so what's the path to the Bermuda Bowl?
Um, so the Bermuda Bowl is every 2 years, and it's this year. And there's a trials put on by the United States Bridge Federation, which is different from the American Contract Bridge League, which hosts the upcoming North American Bridge Championships. And so the team trials, it's called the United States Bridge Championships. And my partner for the Platinum Pairs, this guy, Joe Grew, his team has won the trials each of the last 2 years. And they've got their sponsors named Marty Fleischer,
Okay.
who in all likelihood is going into the Hall of Fame as a player. I think it should be announced probably at the tournament this week upcoming. And so a lot of my role on the team is going to be as a sponsor, most likely, if I'm going to win the Bermuda Ball. And so Marty won the Bermuda Ball in 2017. And like I said, he's won the last two trials. And like a lot of the sponsors that go in the Hall of Fame don't necessarily go in as players. They go in, it's kind of a slightly different category, but Marty's going in as a player, which is a testament to, really his, how strong his resume is. Like he's won the Platinum Pairs before, for example, and, a pair event, it's just you and your partner. So it's like, yeah, he's got a great team. He's got a six-handed team for the trials. But, you know, winning a pair event, it's not like he's not pulling the load, Marty. Um,
And there's a lot of metrics of success. Yes, objectively getting the trophy, getting the win, getting to stand there with your team for all the pictures. Like, yes, that is the win. But there are going to be wins that are sub threads below that. Because at the end of the day, you don't control the deal. You control your bidding, your response to the hands, and all the rest. But it's the beauty of a game like bridge or a team sport that has such an individual component. Like, you need a lot of things to kind of click in together so that you can have that win. But as we move along, you have to be able to find the wins in the hour, in the day, in the deal. And one of the
mm,
exercises that we've done for sure, it would be, coming into something like these platinum pairs with Joe, defining success. What would success be for you this weekend? And
mm.
we can already include winning because we know that. But what beyond that would lead you to message me on Tuesday and say, yeah, that was a success?
Yeah, I mean, certainly. So it's 3 days, and they cut the field in half each day. So making the final, I've only made the final twice. Making the final would be fantastic.
And
One
how
of the
many
things I
teams will make the
noticed,
final? Is that just two then?
pairs.
Yeah.
Uh,
How many pairs? But two pairs.
no, 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 no. So like there are, I think 26 pairs make the final.
Okay.
Yeah. So there'll probably be around 100 entered, and then there'll be 50 the second day, and then 26 is good because so you each get to play, like you play 13, so maybe it's 28. I forget.
But a
Maybe it's
good number.
28. You play like, what's that?
A good number. It's not
Yeah, 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 yeah. But like I've only made it to the finals twice. And there's times when Joe and his partner on the Fleischer team haven't even made it past the first day. So making the second day is good. And last year in the Platinum Pairs, my partner and I were probably in the top 5 going into the second day, and then we didn't qualify for the third day. You know, it's like, it's thinking about the second day of the Platinum Pairs is tough. Like it's so the Platinum Pairs is the most in terms of ACBL events, it's the most restrictive. Like you have to have a certain number of platinum points in your career, or at least 50 in a year in order to even qualify for it. So a lot of the other 3-day pair events at the NABCs are significantly weaker in terms of the field because the qualifications to enter are not as rigorous.